So why are you here?
Well, I mean, I guess probably the same reason as everybody else. I feel like we've been abandoned by our government because we have. You know, I think that's the one thing that brought everyone here is regardless of your persuasion, we all feel like we're getting screwed because, frankly, we are. I mean, it's clear they owe a lot more allegiance to the Fed across the street there than to us.
It's right across the street, man. It's about as close as you can get.
They've got their Homeland Security Gestapo in there, and they've been driving by, and hey, you know, the local police have been pretty supportive. But.
Yeah, I think the Boston police in general have been pretty accommodating. They let you guys protest pretty easily today.
They let us march a few times without a permit, and a few have said, you know, obviously off the record, but, you know, we believe in most of what you're saying. You know, like, this isn't some radical, you know, youth movement like they're trying to paint it in the newspaper.
Yeah, let me ask you about that, because it seems like with any movement gathering steam, everyone really didn't take notice, but now you have the mainstream media.
Yeah.
You know, I read an article today that it's, you know, just a bunch of hippies.
Yeah, a bunch of spoiled brats, right?
Yeah, spoiled brats. What do you feel about that? Tell us what you feel about that.
You know, I've seen, the media's been really condescending so far. I read Beck's blog there, which is always kind of comical, but you know, he tried to lump in the Bank of America protests with this, which just shows their ignorance that, like, you know, not all protests are the same. You know, there are some radical people here, but, like, this isn't a radical protest. This is just a quiet occupation. You know, there's been a little bit of, like, marching up and down the street. Like, no one's throwing rocks or bottles. You know,
right.
No one's being arrested or anything. Like, this is just normal people. And the people that are supporting us and, you know, showing up and giving us food and pizza and blankets, these are just normal Americans.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially up here in Boston. There's been a lot of union support, I've noticed, the last couple of days, especially at night.
Yeah.
A lot of iron workers, a lot of...
Yeah, we got some union guys right here. There was talk last night from a couple of guys that head up the labor in the area and some of the taxi unions, and they're talking about getting over 100 unions involved here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this has really grown beyond what they tried to paint it as, which is, you know, just a few disorganized people. And they tried to say that because there are different political factions here, there's no clear message, and that's not the case at all.
Right, right. So how did you learn about it? Through social media? What was the big, what got you going here? How'd you find out about it? Was it through friends, or was it through Facebook, Twitter, or what?
It was through Facebook, actually. I'm a registered socialist, so I, you know, kind of get some stuff through there. And,
they'll make fun of you there now, you know, once we post this video, you know, socialism.
Sure I'm sure they will. You know, it's yet another one of those dirty words that we're trying to avoid here in the conversation, because, you know, that's one of those words you say and the conversation's over already.
Yep.
But,
so do you have a job, or are you college educated? Tell us just a little bit why are the youth frustrated?
Well, I did go to college. I spent more time there than I should have because I was trying to pay for it at the same time. So
right.
I cooked my way through school. I work as a chef now, but I'm getting buried in student loans. So, you know, I took the little time I could to come out here. But, I mean, I've talked to people that have sold their house and their car, and, you know, just a long haul.
Yeah.
The dedication is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a good country, and in a way, there's a lot of good things about it.
It is, you know, I think the whole point of this is to try to have a message that everyone can agree with.
Yep.
It's, like I said, we're getting screwed. It's time to do something about it. And, you know, even if this does all succeed, we are going to hit a point where we disagree again on what to do about it. But the fact is, like, people are together now, and it's not under a radical banner. Like, they're not talking crazy revolution, but, you know, they are talking things need to change, or we're not going to put up with it anymore.
Thanks a lot, man.